Yeah, well, I guess everybody's different, you know what I mean? But literally, like, I felt it. Like, it's crazy to think, like, I know the exact moment that that egg got its spark. Because I felt it. I was like, oh, God. Oh, it was horrible. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I've never had a kidney stone, but I will say I love cranberry juice, and I know that really helps with it. So I think I just have always eaten and drank the right things for it, knock on wood. Because after seeing Asinta go through her whole thing, hell no, go kill me now. It was crazy. But I did end up having a cyst, though. I did have a cyst when they did the ultrasound to make sure I wasn't atopic. I did have a cyst, but then they were like, "It's a healthy cyst because I guess your body will make cysts sometimes to give an egg nutrients." And I'm like, of course they would do that. What was Liam's reaction? Oh God. Um, so fun fact for like I know some of you guys have like heard the story a million times. So I get home, Liam's expecting like, thinking like, okay, we're gonna have to deal with the surgery, that's what's gonna be. God, there's another hair, I can see it somewhere. I come home and I go up to the movie theater and he's actually in the bathroom, he's pooping. And he's like, how'd it go? And I'm like, I'll wait for you to get out of the bathroom because I'm not gonna tell you what you're pooping. You know what I mean? I remember having him sit, I crawl on his lap and I'm hugging him, I start crying and I'm like, I'm sorry. And he's like, what? And I tell him I'm pregnant. And it was like denial at first, like disbelief. I was like, I have the test, I can prove it to you. And I just remember him just like staring and like, we don't talk like the rest of the night. Like he, has a few drinks. And the next morning I wake up and he doesn't say anything about it. And I'm like, maybe he thinks it was a dream, you know? And then finally he was like, so we're gonna talk about you being pregnant? And I was like, oh, you were there, okay. But it was a little bit. I think Liam had like 48, 72 hours of kind of like disbelief because he never thought he would have kids to then like acceptance. But then after that, he was good. It was me that was kind of like all over the place. But I did take him to the doctor because he was like, you tricked me. You could get pregnant. I said, I swear to God, it was not a trick. So I actually took him to the doctor and the gyno was telling him how literally like this was so unexpected, like rare for me to be able to actually get pregnant. And I was like, see, I told you. He was like, this is the long con. I was like, it was not the long con, I promise. All right, ladies, what questions do you have on any Beautiful You products? I would love to help you guys find like the perfect things. Let's see if we can get 5 You orders this morning. And then we'll think of our spoil deal of the day. Caitlin, I'm a shade 4. And guys, you guys have a bunch of $5 items down below. So I definitely recommend checking that out. We're trying to grow our TikTok shop. So if you guys want to check any out, really good deal. He is a miracle. Like she literally said that. She goes, hey, I'm not religious. Sorry if I'm speaking on tone, but this is a miracle that it happened. Because we're like, okay, let's ask the things like, okay, if we wanted kids in the future, could this happen if we didn't right now? And she was like, probably not. And we're like, well, that answers that. This is my theory, Shannon. He always told me he didn't want kids, but there were so many things that he would talk about that would be otherwise. And I think the reason that he would say he didn't want kids is he was worried he would not be able to live up to those expectations of being like a good father or giving the kid a life he wanted, because his parents split up young, it was like that whole situation and stuff. But so I feel like it was something like that, because I remember when we were first together, we were like swimming one night at the beach, like we had like a skinny dipping, and he was talking about if he ever had like he would take his family to Michigan and do all these things, and I was like, okay, he's totally talking about like dad family things. I think he just has a fear type thing, you know what I mean? We've dabbled with the idea of having more kids, but this is the big thing. Was we had a conversation saying, obviously he's fixed, but he could get switched, but it's me really. And he's like, well, what if we try to get pregnant and it doesn't happen, and then I feel like I'm a failure? That's what he said. And he's like, well, baby, if anyone would be, I'm the failure. But then we don't want to have that resentment. So he has this fear that if we were to try again and it didn't happen, which is good chances it won't happen, that he would feel like a failure. And that would just be hard on us. So I feel like, we've openly said that adopting would be